Hey guys, it's Tim, and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited. It is Tuesday, October 23rd, 2018. Tonight was Smackdown Live. Nick, what's going on?
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Tuesday Night SmackDown Live review for October 23rd, the 23rd day of Halloween. Because Halloween's every day in the month of October. It's spooky season. It's getting cold outside, man. It was like 60s today for me. I loved it. God dang.
77, 78 here.
It's always warm when you
I still had the AC on in the car, though. It felt hotter.
I woke up this morning and I wore a long sleeve shirt and a flannel to work.
Yikes.
So that's how you know it's a good day. Taking a look at the chat, we've got Luke Might, Dynamite 31.99. Apparently 31 through 31.98 was taken. Poor guy. Marcus Ryan, Woken King Slender. Legendary Howard. What a name. What a name. George John Cox and Travis Ray. SmackDown Live was just okay today.
It was just a show. That's it. It was just a show, nothing special.
And to their credit, it is hard to follow up just everything that happened last night.
Very true. But to be honest,
Let me tell you, if you don't know what happened last night, just go ahead and look at Ringside News bullshit articles that they posted.
You mean there's freaking 18 articles or whatever it was?
One of them was literally just people react.
Well, everybody did that.
God,
But then they did one, like, not to turn this into a bash podcast.
No, let's not even.
Oh, okay.
Is it the NXT one though?
And I didn't even see that. And it was the one about what Roman Reigns is gonna have to go through, and they're like, WebMD says this.
Yeah. Thanks, Dr. Ringside. All right, no more bashing. Let's.
So SmackDown to me just felt like they rewrote the show and went segment by segment with it and was like, okay, what's next? Yeah, okay, sure, do it that way. It really felt just like I don't even know. It was
just a again, it's hard to kind of follow up with what happened last night.
And that story was everywhere. Good Morning America, The Today Show, Live with Kelly and Ryan, HLN had Ryan Satin on talking about it. I heard it was all over Sky Sports in the UK, all the different media publications in Canada.
Real quick, I want to say thank you to Luke Might for the 199. He says, who do you think will win the WWE World Cup? I've got Ray winning it.
I was thinking Ray.
Why not? People would like it.
Yeah. And people they can also go, yeah, he's an American, but he's also a Mexican, so he's a multicultural winner.
Oh, boy.
So SmackDown kicks off, and we learn that at Crown Jewel, the New Day will be getting their rematch for the WWE SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. Now, the big thing with this is the New Day always has the man advantage with an extra guy in their corner, but this time, the Bars got the Big Show.
Oh, boy.
So, both teams, I guess you can call Big Show and Sheamus and Cesaro team. Both teams come down to the ring, and we get Big Show versus Kofi Kingston. Cesaro and Sheamus teased starting the match, but it ended up being Big Show, like I said. Kofi dropkicked Big Show to start things off. Big Show quickly took over and tossed Kofi across the ring. Show then hit 3 consecutive choke slams on Kingston. He set up for a fourth, and Big E and Woods ran in. After the match, Big Show and the Bar beat down the New Day. Show gave Big E a choke slam, and Woods got the knockout punch. Show gave Woods a choke slam for good measure as well.
Thank you, Chris McNutt, for the $2. Any news on Crown Jewel for the location and tickets? None as of right.
As of right now, it's still Saudi Arabia, if they can. As far as tickets, I may have an update on that before we end this show.
Oh, sweet, really?
We'll see. We'll see. So after the Big Show Kofi Kingston match, they aired a recap of what happened last night to kick off Monday Night Raw with Roman Reigns. Crowd chanted, "Thank you, Roman. Thank you, Roman."
Are you dead?
Oh, no, I was looking up something. So the Usos are coming out to take on AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan, a rematch from last night. Last week.
Boy,
rematch.
rematches.
And no, I do not have anything on the Crown Jewel, anything new, other than I was told, I reached out to the website that's supposed to be selling the tickets. They just said that they were, because I asked them, I said, hey, tickets supposed to get sale Friday. Is there any reason they didn't? And they just said, we're waiting on WWE to tell us when.
Got it. That's cool, though.
So,
that's awesome. You contacted them? Who was it?
Just contacted their Facebook.
Oh, cool. Right on.
All right, so it's a cool spot in this match where Jey Uso was on the top rope going for a splash, and he did the Roman Reigns, I guess, what's it called? The fist cock?
What?
When Roman Reigns does his deal before his Superman punch, what would you call that?
The
Where he loads up his fist before he
the load up. I would just call it the load up.
Well, Jey Uso did that in midair, going for a splash.
Yeah, I thought that was a very cute tribute.
Yeah.
But real quick, thank you, Benjamin. Oh God, Acock. I'm gonna assume
Benjamin Acock.
I believe the A299 is no, that's not Australian. I don't know what it would be, but thank you. And he says, "Will John Cena be at the World Cup?" Probably.
I think John Cena will be there if they move it, but I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of different things going around right now regarding that. Cena's saying that he doesn't want to go. A creative is told to replace John Cena, but they're not going to replace him just yet, because if they do move the show, then they can still keep him in because they will do it somewhere other than Saudi Arabia, and then he'll go. I'll talk about everything in a video after this. I'm going to put up a video about that, about everything that I heard today. I was trying to wait to hear everything, not just do a bunch of little videos, talk about the same thing over and over again. So we'll let you guys know by the end of the night exactly what the John Cena thing is.
He said yes, it's Australian. I always thought Australian dollars was AUS.
I don't know.
I always thought that's what the code was. But regardless,
either way,
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Bryan and Styles had the early advantage in this tag team match. They both hit drop kicks on the Usos. Styles got a hot tag at one point and ran wild. Styles caught Jimmy with a knee on the apron. He locked on the calf crusher, and Jey broke it up. No, he got the calf crusher on Jey, and Jimmy broke it up. Styles attempted a phenomenal forearm, but Jey moved. He almost hit Bryan, but stopped himself. Styles then accidentally hit Bryan with the Pele kick, and Jey hit Styles with a super kick. Jimmy came off the top rope with a splash and pinned AJ for the victory.
It was whatever.
Backstage, Styles noted that he hit Bryan accidentally. Bryan pointed out that he's hit Styles accidentally last week. He then implied that Styles hit him on purpose. Bryan went on to compare Styles to Pinocchio about lying and whatnot. Bryan then gave the too sweet hand signal. Styles walked away, and Bryan mockingly said, "Too sweet?" Charlotte Flair video. They basically showed us the brawl that happened at the Performance Center. Charlotte was there talking about the women. She said when she first started in WWE, she was very, very nervous. Even when training at the Performance Center, she would get in the ring and be shaking. And trainers like Norman Smiley would tell her, hey, you got this. Just breathe, calm down. We know you can do this. That's what she told the women there. Just take everything in that you're told by your coaches, and everything's going to be good. She then fielded questions from the girls in the Performance Center. Some asked her about, what is it going to feel like to be in the first ever last woman standing match? And it's like, aren't you guys connected to NXT? They did this with Asuka and Nikki Cross.
Yeah, seriously.
Watch your product. Yeah. Becky Lynch would then show up. She said that they should take advice from her. She told the women, if they take Flair's advice, they'll never make it. Lynch then attacked Flair, and they brawled around the PC, around the different around the rings that they got set up. Lynch threw Flair into steel steps. The other women broke it up, except for Jessamine Duke, Marina Shafir, and Shayna Baszler. They just stood back and watched as the other women tried to break it up. They're just like, let them go at it.
Can't be bothered.
Right? Backstage, We see Charlotte Flair, and she promised to defeat Becky Lynch at Evolution. When she wins, she won't just be standing over a defeated opponent. She'll be standing over a friend who lost her way. So we get Rusev versus Aiden English in the big grudge match. Oh boy, was this a big grudge match.
Big grudge match on SmackDown Live.
So Rusev comes out. English then comes out and sang an entrance. Said that Lana could have a long Aiden night if she would have went with him. Rusev was furious and chased Aiden. Rusev was in control early, but English briefly took over. English yelled at Lana, and she threw her shoe at him. Rusev then hit the Machka kick and applied the accolade for the win. Match was not that long, and it was just a match, basically.
Yeah, it was extremely mediocre.
They then announced that the main event tonight will be Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. Old foes,
Guess
new
what
enemies.
that is? That's a rematch.
Miz.
That's a rematch.
It is.
Yeah.
Miz would then
Let
come
that
down.
sink in. Sorry.
Miz would then come down for Miz TV. He recapped some of the events that took place at Smackdown 1000, like Becky Lynch on the cutting edge, Evolution reuniting, and him qualifying for the World Cup. He would then go on to introduce his guest for the night, fellow World Cup qualifier, Rey Mysterio. So Miz said that he's happy Mysterio's back, but wondered why he had returned to the WWE. Mysterio noted that he's happy to be back, but Miz cut him off. Miz said that Mysterio returned to be the underdog and to climb to the top, but the fans aren't interested in the underdog anymore. They're interested in him. They're interested in the larger-than-life characters. He said that he's the best in the world, and that World Cup, he's going to prove it. Mysterio said, go for it.
Do you really think people are still invested in The Miz?
I like The Miz.
Yeah, but, I mean, of course we do. But, collectively as a whole, do you feel like The Miz is starting to get just a little bit stale? Like, they're running out of ideas for him? Because there's only so much
I get where you're coming from. He seems
There's
repetitive
so
a lot of times.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's only so much you can do with him, and
Right.
they're really, really pushing the limits of what you can do.
No, I totally get you there. So Mysterio will go on to say that he's a little disappointed because he was under the impression that he was booked for Truth TV. Miz said that he actually beat Truth to cancel Truth TV and that last week's show was an illegal broadcast and he's going to take action on that. Mysterio said that he didn't come here to be on a dusty old talk show. He came here to fight and challenge The Miz. Miz believes that nobody wants to see that match, and then the crowd kind of cheered as if they wanted to see the match. Miz would then jump Mysterio, but Mysterio would fight back, try to go for the 619, and The Miz got out of the ring. We go to commercial, and Tom Phillips is saying, will The Miz accept Rey Mysterio's challenge after this break? And he did. Apparently, Paige made it official during the break. Mysterio sent Miz to the floor with a Hurricane Rana, hit a sliding dive underneath the bottom ropes into a splash on The Miz on the floor. Mysterio hit a crossbody for a near fall, huh?
I really like when he did that last week against Nakamura.
Yeah.
Tom Phillips was like, innovative offense from Rey Mysterio. It's like, we've seen that move 100 times. This isn't innovative. This is a thing that he's always done.
Surprised he doesn't get, rug
Hurt?
burn.
Yeah. I wonder. Yeah, no, see, you're not kidding. Now that I think about that, good God, that's gotta hurt. Oh. I'm just thinking about my boobs sliding across the ground.
Right. Ooh.
Ow.
Yes, sir. All right.
11.
Boston scored again. Anyways. So, Miz then went for a crossbody, got a near fall off of it. He missed a splash in the corner, and Miz took over. Miz avoided a 619 and hit a DDT for a 2 count. During the commercial break, Miz threw Mysterio to the floor to gain the advantage. He attempted the skull-crushing finale from the top, but Mysterio countered it. Mysterio went for a springboard splash, but Miz caught him with a neck breaker. Mysterio then made a comeback, hit the 619, splash off the ropes. 1, 2, 3, Mysterio beats The Miz.
I like it. It was all right.
I liked it too. Then,
Did its job.
this woman's segment. So initially, it was only supposed to be Naomi versus Mandy Rose. Then, hour or two before SmackDown, they do a WWE.com exclusive video where we see Dasha Fuentes is back.
Yeah.
She had been gone, recovering from an Achilles tendon injury, And Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville are talking, stating that, hey, why does only Mandy have to fight? Why can't we do a tag team match? Naomi's got a buddy in Asuka, so they make it a tag team match. So Naomi and Asuka come down together. Sonya Deville comes out. Mandy Rose comes out. Corey Graves basically jizzes himself, singing Mandy Rose. And as they're all getting into the ring, the Iconics music hit. The Iconics said that they're going to win the Battle Royal at Evolution, and then Lana would come out. Lana goes, "Have a happy Lana Day!" And then Carmella comes out and interrupts her. Carmella comes out and she's like, "It's time for a dance break." And as she's doing the floss, Zelina Vega would come out, throw Carmella in the ring. All the women would jump in the ring. All out brawl. Basically a tease for this Sunday's big Battle Royal. Vega hit double knees to Lana. She thought she was the last one in the ring. And then Asuka would come in and just kind of like take her out, and she'd slide out of the ring, and Asuka was the last woman standing. Here's my question about this.
I potentially have an answer.
So Tom Phillips said that in the Battle Royal at Evolution, you have to go over the top rope. How are they going to eliminate Zelina Vega? She is literally, like, no offense, her head is only 3 inches, it looked like, taller than the top rope. Like, you see the top rope, and you see like 3 inches of her head.
Just lifting her up. And
you're going to have like Tamina or Nia throw her out.
They're just a group of girls,
I guess.
So do you think they do that thing where they turn on one girl to toss her out, and it's probably either going to be Nia or Tamina?
Probably.
They're going to do that. They're going to do that like all the women beat down one of them. It's going to look dumb.
Yeah, I could see that. I can see that for sure.
I'm being too negative about it.
No. That's the WWE thing. Everybody, like, here's what the WWE likes to do in their battle royals, if you haven't noticed. To go in there and everybody brawls, and then all of a sudden there's one person standing, and they're like cheering. They're like, "Boo, yeah, woo, I'm the only one standing." And then all the women finally kind of get to their feet, and they just all go for that one person. And then it takes everybody to eliminate the one person, no matter who it is. They finally get them eliminated after like 2 minutes of trying, even though it's like 20 on 1. And then they all go back to just fighting each other.
Apparently, Kristen McNutt wants me to get angry.
I'm about to talk about that right now.
$2 from Chris McNutt. What did y'all think of CM Punk's chant tonight?
Well, that's next. Shane McMahon came out.
Hey! I didn't answer the fucking question.
Well, I was gonna lead you into it.
Here's what I thought about it. It sucked.
Yikes!
I turned my gain up all the way to do that.
So Shane McMahon comes out, surprise. No one really expected it. Starts talking about how this Sunday is the first ever Women's Evolution pay-per-view. It's going to be history in the making, and also history in the making will be in Crown Jewel with the World Cup tournament. With the World Cup tournament. He says that, "I wonder who's going to win. It's got to be somebody from the blue brand," and the crowd starts chanting for CM Punk. And like normally, they would, you would have somebody ignore the CM Punk chants, but Shane pauses what he's saying and just goes, he's not booked for this tournament.
He did it perfectly.
Yeah. He listened to the crowd and was like, "I got him. He's not booked for the tournament." He then just goes on again to say that, "I hope the winner comes from Smackdown." And now it's time for our main event. To me, it seemed like Shane came out to fill time because they were kind of ahead of time or something. I don't know. I don't know that for a fact. That's just what it felt like. The main event was Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy. Early on, Hardy missed a charge into the corner, and Orton sent him to the floor. Orton viciously sent Hardy into the steps over and over. He slowed down the pace and applied a chin lock. Orton hit a standing dropkick for a near fall. He trapped Hardy in a tree of woe and pulled on Hardy's ear lobe again. Yeah. Every time I see that, it's just like, ugh.
So I learned something.
What's up?
One of my old managers at a store I worked at, I brought this up to her one day when I was talking to her. She's like, "Yeah, no, it doesn't hurt at all."
I was about to get to that. Because someone told me the same thing when I tweeted about it before.
So she was like, "Do it to me right now." And I did. She's like, "I feel nothing."
Yeah.
Because, to be fair, they're already stretched.
Exactly. They're stretched out so much that it's like, It's not going to feel any different than when they first stretched it.
Exactly.
And I said that before. I was like, that's got to hurt. Like they're extra stretching it. And someone, quote tweeted and was like, it doesn't hurt because it's already stretched. If you were pulling on a non-stretched ear, maybe it would hurt. Mm-hmm. But because here's my thinking of it now. Thinking about how it's already stretched. If you pull on a non-stretched ear, you're literally pulling like the whole ear, making it feel like you're going to pull your ear off. If you're pulling on a stretched ear, you're really only pulling on that lobe that is already stretched. And because of that, it's not like pulling the entire ear, just that little part. Anyways, Hardy did eventually make a comeback after he was dropped on the announce table by Orton. Hardy in the ring would hit a low drop kick for a near fall. He would then hit the Whisper in the Wind for another near fall. Hardy would go for the Twist of Fate, hit it, set up a Swanton Bomb, but Orton rolled out of the ring. Hardy attempted a Swanton off the apron, and Orton moved. Orton then attempted the RKO, but Hardy countered it into a backslide for a near fall. Hardy then attempted the Twist of Fate, but Orton countered into the RKO for the victory. That is how SmackDown ended.
Just an episode.
Just an episode. Like nothing special. I really thought that there would be more to build Evolution. There wasn't really. I mean, they did as much as they could, I guess, and they're still hoping that Alexa Bliss is going to be cleared by Sunday, as they still announced her in the tag team match.
Yeah.
But she's day by day right now. So that was SmackDown, guys.
You guys can follow me on Twitter at PWU_Armstrong. Follow us on Twitter at PWUnlimited. Facebook/Pro Wrestling ULTD. Right here on YouTube. Check out our good friends over at Fightful. At Fightful Online for Twitter. Fightful.com in your computer, phone. I don't care what you use. Go check them out. Tell them who sent you. Tim, where can they find you?
You can find me everywhere. Twitch, Twitter, PlayStation. Well, almost on PlayStation. Xbox, Nintendo. At Timmy Buddy.
Folks, hope you enjoy the show. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the Wednesday show.
Yep. We will be live 9 p.m. midnight. 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern. I was trying to get my time zones correct. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. We'll talk Evolution, Crown Jewel, and if there's any new news on Roman Reigns, we'll give you that as well. Have a good night, guys.
See ya.